In today's video, we fly the award-winning Turkish Airlines on board both the Airbus A350 and the Boeing 787 in business class. From Almaty Kazakhstan to Europe, we review this highly regarded airline, both in terms of their business class layout, their onboard service, and we put their seat to the test. We have a brief few days in Istanbul to explore one of the greatest cities in the world, from amazing sightseeing to stunning and delicious food.
Turkish delight!
And outstanding coffee. We then spent a very few happy hours in what could be the world's best business class lounge. The food was heavenly. This Star Alliance airline is turning heads. It now flies to 341 destinations, number 3 in the world by destination. Join us as we fly Kazakhstan to Paris via Istanbul. This is going to be an amazing journey. Come on, come with us. Well, good morning from Almaty International Airport from Kazakhstan. We've had a night in Kazakhstan. We've slept in the cubicles, which was really quite interesting. Monique slept well, I slept pretty well. Now we're flying an airline that I've been really excited about for a real long time, and that is Turkish Airlines in business class. Now I thought it was on an A330, but it looks like it could be on a 787. They may have an equipment change, so I'm excited about that too, because that means it will be the newer cabin. Unfortunately, they don't have a airline lounge, so to keep Monique happy and to keep myself awake, we've finally got into Costa and we've started to feel human again. So join us today as we experience an airline that's built quite a global reputation. Part of Star Alliance. I think they're going to be pretty amazing. Let's try them. Well, Almaty Airport was just heaving with people, and it's 3:30 in the morning. Now the check-in actually took quite a long time, sort of unexpected. Even in the priority lane, they only had one counter open for business class. But eventually we got through security. Now, Almaty Airport is really very pleasant, very new. While boarding, going down one of the boarding areas, you could actually smell the paint still. It's so new. Now, I've just had it confirmed. We're on the A350 through to Istanbul. Beautiful sunrise. Now, here's a message from Monique and I about the channel. Please consider becoming a member of our channel. Your help enables us to continue to make in-depth and meaningful airline and travel review videos. We have 2 membership levels. Gold, the base level, gives you access to early video releases and members-only polls, and it's only just under $4 New Zealand a month. Elite, in addition to the gold benefit, gives you members-only videos and member shout-outs, and it's less than $13 New Zealand per month. Monique and I have worked in the airline and travel industry for over 20 years. Monique in airport operations, human resources, and as a tour guide for grand journeys. And I as a commercial pilot, sales and marketing executive, and founder of Kiwi International Airlines and Kiwi Regional. I have written 3 books, including 2 bestsellers, Goodnight Malaysian 370 and Dogfight, the inside story to the Kiwi Air collapse. Our reviews on airlines, resorts, cruise lines and amazing rail journeys are all self-funded and impartial. But most importantly, Monique and I have an unbridled passion for aviation and travel, and we know our reviews will save you money. Your support would make a real difference to the channel. I provide insights on how to travel cheaply using frequent flyer programs. If you're not ready to become a member, please consider at least subscribing and clicking the notification button. Well, it's now time to board our A350 through to Istanbul. From the airport you get beautiful views of the mountains. Really excited about boarding. Hello, how are you?
Hello, great. Excited.
Very warm welcome.
Yeah. It's got a pretty layout, isn't it?
Now, this is our seat. Now, if you watched our videos before, you'll recognise this is similar, identical to the Singapore Airlines seat. A nice little cubby area. Monique and I sort of welcome ourselves on board. Now, the seat, it has good support for the neck. You can bring up the top of the seat. It has an over-the-chest strap for takeoff and landing, light system, good sized IFE. The tray you simply pull out, it expands. It's a really good sized tray. Now, while I remember, the pitch of the seat is 44 inches, the width is 23 inches, and it's a 1-to-1 configuration. Now, the seat controls are easy to follow. Port for your headphones, but then the lighting options, seating options, including lie flat, and the remote control.
Amenity kit time. I love amenity kits. You get your choice of grey and red, and actually they're sustainable. They're made from recycled plastic, which is always good. I must say, inside, it's not so exciting. One of these sustainable toothbrushes, Ferragamo body lotion, lip balm, toothpaste, mandatory socks, and eye masks. But the bag is very nice.
So just to round off the onboard amenities, a nice noise cancelling headphones. They don't feel very substantial, but hopefully they will do the job. A nice blanket, I love the greys, and a relatively small golden pillow, which feels a little unnecessarily overly inflated. Now, Monique was pointing out how lovely the economy cabin looked as we were boarding. Seat pitch is 31 inches, individual seats are 17, width is 17 inches, nice IFE, lovely layout cabin. A nice glimpse of our business class cabin as I walk back. So our menu for this morning's flight's just been delivered. It's a relatively small menu. Breakfast, fresh fruit salad. The mains, traditional scrambled eggs, sort of a meat and spinach dish, and bread and butter pudding, which is interesting. Mango coconut bowl, selection of homemade croissants. So I think I will go with the fruit salad and the traditional scrambled eggs, tomato and peppers. And the beverage menu, juices, soft drinks, hot drinks. Yeah. What I have been surprised is there's been no offer of Turkish coffee. That seems a little strange for Turkish Airlines. Did you get an offer for Turkish coffee?
Sorry?
Did you get offered Turkish coffee? Disappointing.
Yeah, Turkish coffee with a date or something. But I'm thinking
Capital slice on that crossing.
for the scrambled eggs, and I'm going to be cheeky and ask for the mango coconut bowl.
Good job. So Turkish Airlines IFE is, quite frankly, just outstanding. Some great choices, obviously a number of movies which we'll have a look at, television, live television for news. It's got obviously the flight information, It's got the new cameras both on the tail and the nose, and the downward pointing cameras. We'll have a look at that. So in terms of movies, new releases, all the way down to Turkish cinema, you will certainly not struggle to find something to watch on this world-class airline. Now, I understand if I go to TV programs, now HBO, I've been wanting to rewatch a couple of series of the Band of Brothers. So again, great selection of television. If we go back, our flight, they haven't quite updated things as yet. It's about a 5 hours and 15-minute flight. Live camera, forward-looking tail camera, which will be lots of fun for both the takeoff, landing and the initial descent. Again, lovely world-class IFE on board this A350 with Turkish.
Reach your oxygen mask.
I'm such an excited little boy waiting for pushback.
Bantları çekerek yüzünüze tam olarak oturtunuz ve normal nefes almaya devam ediniz. Diğer yolculara yardım etmeden önce kendi maskenizi doğru şekilde takınız. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board this Turkish Airlines flight. We would like to draw your attention to the safety information you need to follow during this flight.
We're on our way. I'm loving the functionality of this camera. You can see that the tug has just left us. The ground crew take out the last of the pin and head back, and we start to taxi. Always interesting to see Aeroflot in airports nowadays. Now, really impressed with Turkish Airlines Wi-Fi. Complimentary for business class passengers, really fast, easy to connect.
For business class. Free internet connectivity for miles.
Lining up on the centre line, I'm going to let you enjoy the takeoff. I'll speed it up a bit. Here we go. So flight time through to Istanbul is 5 hours and 11 minutes. So our itinerary for this morning's flight is taking us over Uzbekistan, over the Caspian Sea, and then over Tbilisi, Georgia, and then of course we enter or fly over the Black Sea. Tragic to think of the Ukraine off to the right, Yalta. Monique and I and the kids have been there, and then into Istanbul. A beautiful warm towel has just been delivered. A lot of turbulence again today, so safety belts are still needing to be fastened, but it's nice to be on our way to Istanbul. The Wi-Fi works really well. Managed to get connected immediately, which is good because I need to finally book our hotel for Istanbul as we're arriving in about 5 hours. I'm always doing things nice. Well, that's frankly just a gorgeous looking breakfast. We've got some cold cuts with feta and tomato and cucumber, hummus, and a little bit of fruit salad. I particularly like the salt and pepper shakers. Very cute. I think they'll be coming with me as a little momentum. Very nice indeed. Full metal cutlery.
Here, sir. I will bring your bread also.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's try out the lie flat bed. I've deployed it. Yeah, certainly good comfort. A little narrow at the feet. You need to really sleep on your side to get comfortable, but it's definitely lie flat, and I'm just under 6 foot. But you wouldn't want to be much taller. It's time for the loo review on Turkish Airlines, the A350-9. It's quite a spacious bathroom. Great lighting, good makeup lighting, some aftershave, hand lotion, a couple of the, see if they, oh, it's an IQ test again, I can't seem to open it. Oh yeah, here we go. But nothing really in there. And then the standard toilet, baby changing area, and the all-important mirror. And that's your loo review. So we've commenced our descent into Istanbul. I was hoping, and I've managed it, just to get the timing right for the nose gear to come down. Sorry for my reflection on the screen, but I just thought it was really cool. So we're clearly on the final phase, flying into Istanbul International Airport. It's the new airport. It is quite stunning, and we're in Istanbul. What a wonderful flight. Now please stay with us as we show you the glimpse of our highlights of Istanbul. Now we're staying by the Galata Bridge. We took the train from the airport, that was really easy, into the city, then a taxi to the Gallery Hotel, which is just gorgeous, overlooking the Golden Horn, Galata Bridge in the foreground, Spice Market off to the right. It's a fascinating city, easy to walk, and if you don't want to walk, take a tram. We visited Taksim Square, a nice tourist area, wonderful food on the way up. We took the ferry, used the ferries, this cost us $1.80 along the Bosphorus. Wonderful, spectacular scenery. We jumped off at one of the stops.
Iced coffee, Turkish style.
Where are you?
I am Okatoy,
On the Bosphorus.
on the Bosphorus. That way, Ukraine.
Yes. And Emily and I and Sam and you, we cruised to Ukraine through the Bosphorus.
We did on MSC Europa. It was its last cruise. And it was one of the best cruises we
We've
did
ever
with our
done.
girls. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this coffee. Look at that.
It's called the house coffee.
The house iced coffee.
And I guess the coffee will melt.
Yep,
and
so
permeate.
it's basically iced and coffee,
Yeah.
frozen in cubes. Milk over it.
Cool.
How cool was that?
Bon appetit. A magnificent sunset filmed from the Galata Bridge, which we walked over frequently back and forth from our hotel. Istanbul is a perfect city for a stopover. It's safe, it's affordable. I met this crazy lady here. The people are friendly, the food's outstanding. Breathtaking. Istanbul. I just wanted to show you one of the many beautiful minarets on what seems to be an endless number of mosques, but the moon in the background. Now this is the next day, and we've gone into the heart of the tourist area to see the Blue Mosque, one of the trams. Where are you, Mrs. Wilson?
We are just in front of the Hagia Sophia, and I've got to say it's probably one of my favourite landmarks in Istanbul. This place is really mystical. Originally was a pagan temple here, and then when the Christians arrived, of course, they built a beautiful basilica that rivaled actually the Pantheon with its domed floating roof, and then became a mosque. The frescoes inside from the Christian era are breathtaking, and then just the feel of it being a mosque also provides a huge spirituality. So obviously there's something about this point that is quite spiritual.
Last few hours in Istanbul before we head to the airport. Time for some shopping and Turkish coffee.
Turkish delight!
Are you having a Turkish coffee?
Turkish coffee with Turkish delight.
Because your husband got you up early this morning for our last day in Istanbul.
But you did bring me coffee.
I did. So no time for hair and makeup. So here we are at Istanbul International Airport after spending 2 nights, 3 days in Istanbul, which is just
Oh, magic. Istanbul is always magic.
magic city.
Yeah.
We're about to catch a flight in business class on Turkish Airlines on the, well actually I'm not quite sure what aeroplane. I think we're on, well let's discover it.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Enough.
But I thought I'd give you a quick look at this magnificent terminal behind us. This is Istanbul's new airport. We've just used the train, which is pretty cool.
Very cool. Public transport in Istanbul is so easy to use and so inexpensive. It cost us like $10 to get from our hotel in Galata to Gayaritip station.
Yep.
I probably butchered that name. And then the train into the airport, so easy again.
Really affordable. So we're hungry. We're going to check in, get to the lounge, and we'll show you Istanbul's Turkish Airlines business class lounge at Istanbul. Stand by. Now, like a lot of airports, Istanbul, you have security just to get into the terminal, and then we head for the Turkish Airlines exclusive check-in area for business class and Star Alliance Gold. Okay, I'll follow you. Beautiful check-in area, good seating.
I'm just waiting to get checked in.
On Turkish Airlines.
Turkish Airlines business class.
Rather nice way to check in. After the most relaxed check-in I've ever had, straight to fast-track security, straight through in a minute or two. Now Istanbul's airport is simply spectacular. The ceilings are breathtaking. Now we made our way towards the business class lounge. The first lounge we discovered was in fact for wheelchair passengers and those needing extra assistance. Round 2 led us to the main lounge, and frankly that was the start of a very pleasant couple of hours. So there are business class lounges, and then there is Turkish Airlines Premier Business Class Lounge at Istanbul International Airport. Put simply, it is stunning. And if you're lucky enough to be travelling through Istanbul and in business class, give yourself a couple of extra hours just for the fun of enjoying the spectacular lounge. You want to have a look? Come on, I'll show you. There's a beautiful grand entrance to the lounge. including a piano that is played at certain times of the day. Now, the lounge itself is broken into segments. Monique and I found a corner looking out over the tarmac. Each of these segments, the seating is different colour, different theme. They all have their own little allocation of tea and coffee and fruit and nibbles, and then the main food offering is spread along the middle. And the offering is stunning, as is the ceiling. We can get lamb or chicken kebabs in the centre area. We went back to our little corner of the lounge and had a look at the tea and coffee and the fruit, but I decided I was up for a slightly more substantial meal, and so made my way to the main cold offerings. And look, the colours, the smell, the food, I was in heaven. I deliberately will not show you my plate because I was very naughty, but it was some of the best Turkish food I had ever encountered. I get excited just talking about it now. The breads are a highlight. They make these little sort of pizza breads. The cakes. The cakes. Now there's also a main coffee area where you can get Turkish coffee and an endless supply, obviously, of juice. Is a great bar. Now they have a great area for kids, a play area for children. You know, I didn't want to go in there, so I just filmed from the outside, which is really lovely. Popcorn, little tables for kids, and it's nice and quiet, away from the other main terminal area or area. Now it also has this golf simulator, spectacular. Well, put frankly, I have to say that was the most pleasant food experience that I've had in any lounge. So I'm declaring it here. I think Turkish Airlines business class lounge in Istanbul is the world's best. What do you think? So before I knew it, our 2 hours was gone. We were having to make our way to the gate. Saw these little sleep pods on the way in the open terminal. They look pretty cool. The terminal is huge, and so give yourself a lot of time to get to the gate. We had a bit of a walk. We needed it after the food I'd consumed. But the airport is just world class. Monique, of course, does her pre-boarding dance as we spot our 787. But as fate would have it, they weren't ready. But it didn't take long, and we were welcomed on board what will be a 3.5 hour flight through to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Hello. Thank you. Hello. How are you? Well, welcome aboard Turkish Airlines 787 on this business class flight through to Paris. It's a spectacular aircraft. It's running about 15-20 minutes late, but we're on board. So our flight this afternoon will take us over Belgrade, Hungary, Austria and Germany and into Paris. The lunch was delightful. The salmon, the prawn, the lemon juice and the salad was yummy. The cheese was delicious, and the eclair, look, you just can't go wrong. Custard and chocolate, world class. Now, I won't review the seat again. It's the same as the A350. Look, would I recommend Turkish? Absolutely. They are a world-class act. They are a great airline. I'd fly them at a drop of a hat. Now, let's look at the highlight. The aircraft, the A350 and the 787, both great aeroplane, modern. Obviously, they were clean. The IFE on board was outstanding. The connectivity was great. The hardware, the seat was good functionality, good bed. The onboard service was good. The food offering was a little underwhelming. I was a little disappointed with the menu, but you know, I'm trying to find faults here. It is a really class act. Now, Turkish flies from Melbourne, Australia to Istanbul via Singapore. Try them if you're out of the South Pacific. They're a world-class act. Please subscribe to the channel, please ding the notification button, and please consider joining our membership. Less than $4 a month helps us build the channel and make more videos. Next video out in a few days. Thanks for watching.